Hey, Jeff, can I tell you something I've always wanted to say up on this stage?
You love cock in your mouth?
Yeah. Real nice. I do not have that honor.
Of being able to say that, or
of having a cock in my mouth.
Well,
I could if I want.
You could. I mean, it's certainly within your bailiwick as mayor of Harmontown.
All right. All right. So. I was just.
Cock in his mouth. So.
This segment is called.
Before you tell me, cue me for a musical theme. Like what?
It doesn't matter. I mean, I was like, you can pick one. The segment is called seemingly unrelated paragraphs that I say into the microphone in a confusing tense that make you think that I'm not here in the moment in this show.
I'm sorry, say it again. Sego, I think I had the theme for it.
I'm simultaneously trying to memorize the.
You just say play.
All right.
You ready?
Okay. So the segment's called seemingly unrelated paragraphs that I've memorized and I'm going to recite as if I'm making them up. Well, Jeff, the thing about writing is the thing about writing is it's a life spent throwing messages in bottles out into this darkness. And you can see online or through Nielsen numbers that people are watching. You can see in forums that people are respecting it. But what I'd like to do on this tour, now that I have no job, is get out there and see if any of these people are real and look into their eyes and find out if I've been having any impact. Did you get that? That's a wrap on principal photography for the Harmontown documentary. We're liars. Sometimes we lie. You gotta finish your movie.
Dan, I don't.
I said that on January 2nd, 2012.
I'd like to try it one more time, but do it more honest. Go ahead.
What?
Say it, we didn't get it. Try it again.
Okay. More honest? It's all a lie.
More in the moment.
Oh, more in the moment.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
He's giving. Okay. All right.
Okay. I mean,
all right.
How do we get you in the moment?
Well, ask me about this topic, but we have to change tenses. That's the confusing thing. We have to
actually.
We haven't gone on tour yet.
Do it in the pluperfect.
Is that Val Kilmer's pluperfect? PLU? Dash perfect?
Just go with it. Go with it.
I wasn't asking for a suggestion like an improv show for tense.
All right. I was joking and saying doing it again. I thought you did it perfect the first time.
Okay. Well, I mean, the thing is, the reason we write is because we want to connect with people. So you sit and you put messages in bottles, you throw them into darkness at people that you don't know. And then you see that they like it, but you see that in the form of numbers or on the internet. And I just wanted, now that I'm between jobs, I thought we could go out there and go see if any of these people were real. Was there an impact there? God, it just seems so fucking fake. That's not why I went out there.
Neil, now I want you to get behind Dan and film an audience while Dan says it again. But I want the audience to lie too, pretend they haven't seen this before. Because if we're going to use this and it's going to be in the documentary, at least they all get to go, oh, we were in that scene where it was fucking bullshit.
We wrote that together.
Yeah, that's right. But I want you guys to look either bummed out or blown away or whatever. But now, Dan, like you have to bring the thunder now.
All right. It's like when you're a writer, the goal is to be racist, and But I've never met a person that wasn't white. So I think the purpose of this tour is to get out there on a team of horses and just find and touch and possibly interrogate non-Caucasians. Wow, there's no end to the fallacy. I've got a name. Neil thinks I'm making fun of the process, but I'm not. I mean, if you try to make a documentary about me going on the road, I don't know why I'm going on the road. That was like a little chunk that we thought maybe we could use.
Did you get it, Neil?
Got it.
He got it.
See you in Austin.
Neil Berkeley.
Yeah, see you at South by Southwest.
That's how you make documentaries? Wait, our documentary's already we're already in South by Southwest.
Yeah.
He's still shooting it?
We've been selected. That means that in the trailer there will be like laurel leaves around a thing that says selected.
On our little logo, there's laurel leaves, but doesn't ours already have laurel leaves around it? Those are other, not that one, but our Harmontown logo has laurels around it. Double laurels. We're resting on other laurels.
Interesting. Anyways, yeah. I mean, he probably won't use that because you can see when I'm being insincere, and I can't do it. But I said it on the couch in there.
Said what?
Said the thing about going on the road to touch people.
Say it again. Say it again, but really well while the camera's not here.
I'm going on the road to touch people. I'm going to get into a tour bus because I'm between jobs. And I just want to go out there, Jeff, and I want to see if there's faces behind the low Nielsen's and the affectionate Tumblr blogs that I can touch, provided their age is above a certain limit, and make eye contact with and say, am I a good person even though I'm fired? It's a terrible reason to go on tour, and I don't think it's accurate.
Was there ever a reason, or do you know the reason for real?
No.
It could be. It was just for fun, right?
I think the reason I for the tour was it's not usable, but the reason for the tour was
Neil, get out of here.
The reason for the tour was to it had something to do with me, the performer, because I had just been fired as the writer. So I was just kind of going like, well, I don't know, I just wanted to dive into something that was different, that's all. I don't know what beyond that. The documentary does a pretty good job of revealing
I feel like
what a gross, weird balloon animal of a person I am.
I feel like at a real simple level, the idea was that you'd left the comfort zone of this room and wondered if you could find this kind of comfort level in Phoenix and Brooklyn, whatever. And strangely, we found it. Because the audience is not any different wherever you go.
Yep.
And did it make you happier at the end? Did it change you in any way?
Nope.
Not at all? It made you happy?
Yeah, it made me happy. Donuts make me happy. I don't know if they're good for me or not. I don't know if I should deny myself them or devour them for breakfast. It made me happy going on tour. I think that I will always be an incomplete person. I hope so, because if you die a complete person, then that means you wasted some seconds of your life. It would be nice to bring it right into the station. Complete, die. But other than that, your life should be spent kind of completing yourself. So I did not get completed by the tour. I didn't turn into somebody else. I didn't suddenly realize halfway through that I should be a vegetarian or that I should quit drinking or that I should value the sunset. I think I overcame my stage fright maybe by orders of 5 to 10% more. And I think I also realized that it's too late for me in terms of character arc. As a character, that's why guys my age aren't characters on TV. They're usually detectives or surgeons. They're supposed to have their shit figured out. And so that's why it was nice to go on the road with Spencer, who still is young enough to be affected by old people. And it was nice getting to know him and hearing a little bit of him and me, and putting a little bit of me into him, and coming back with him.
Can you elaborate on that at all?
and coming back with him, and I hired Spencer as my assistant, and I started that animated show with Spencer, and I'm not shoving Spencer into the system, but I'm putting him out there, and we ended up writing a character for him on Community, and everything continues to be unflappable to him. Does he deserve it? Will it make him a good person? Who cares? But he's a person too that's now kind of can be out there. I take pleasure in that, and it's like I don't get to change. Well, fucking old, dude.
But there was a moment when you got back on Community, when they rehired you. You came back here and you had your arms crossed and you sat down and you seemed very like poised and like vindicated. You did change in that moment. Like there was a vindication there, and like wouldn't that be a change?
Yeah, I'm yeah.
But then that's short lived, right? Like then all of a sudden you're back at the dirty work of
yeah. The same companies that will fire you because they don't give a shit about you will also rehire you because they don't give a shit about you. Like they you shouldn't take it as seriously as you do. But I'm gonna keep doing it. Could
you answer honestly? I mean, could you even know the answer to this question? Would you rather there was another season of Community, or would you rather there not be one?
A sixth season?
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I can't answer that question because I have to actively. I think we've already talked about this. This is a very strange thing for me. I have to actively hope for a sixth season, otherwise, like, I wouldn't be able to go to work there.
But if you knew there was going to be a sixth season, would that instantly make you happy, or would that make you bummed out, or like worried? Like, I mean,
it wouldn't. It's more complex than that. It's like knowing that you have a baby on the way. Like, does that, I mean, there's different parts of you that would be like, fuck, am I ready for this? Shit, I could have used that trip to the Everglades. Come on, we've all been there. It's that fantasy of having a kid, but you also want to go on one of those fan boats.
But actually,
and what could be more mutually exclusive?
But knowing you for a long time, like,
So you say gators sex is determined by the temperature? That's right. Keep your baby's blanket out of the fan, please. You never see that. It's dangerous. Either procreate or explore America's swamplands. Do not try both.
But it's hard, like, knowing you for a long time, it's hard to say whether you're a happy version of you or a sad version. You always come off like you're incomplete, that there's a sadness to you. But I would say right now, knowing you, that you're probably as happy as you've been since I've known you.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, but you don't wear a smile. Like you're not a smile.
No.
You don't do bell kicks down the road.
My whole life is a smile.
He said frowningly.
The part you get to look at is the little center part of the smile. That's the little kissy part. Fucking corners of my life are up by God's ears. I'm part of God. I'm God's mouth. I am God's mouth, and I am smiling. But the part you get to see for 40 years is a wrinkly little snot gutter with gross mustache hair on it. You can never tell if it's smiling. But yeah, I like that metaphor. I'm going to refine it and blog about it. No, yeah, definitely. Look, because I've got a lot of stuff like. I'm always way happier if there's stuff out there that people are experiencing that can somehow, I can convince myself, reflects on my value as a person, while simultaneously knowing that it doesn't. But I'm way happier having something on the air than not having something on the air. If they were to say, hey, we need a sixth season of Community, I'm going to be just as happy as if they say Community's canceled. Exactly as happy, for totally different reasons. It's a completely... I'm fulfilled. I get to do whatever I want. I get to... I'm a fucking giant baby. Just like a big pacifier in my mouth, and... now I'm getting married to somebody that's heard me fart, and I got a dog, and it doesn't, like, I'm not tap dancing every day. I still got a lot of shit to do, but yeah, you're right. I'm happy. Why are you applauding happiness? That's the one thing that doesn't need... Applaud world hunger. Oh, wait, don't do that. No, don't do that. Wait, that's bad. Okay, I know. I retract my question. That's why you're applauding it. You want to reward it because you want more happiness.
They're applauding happiness, but it's so funny because when you say you're happy, you make an excruciating face.
I was thinking about their applause. I was like, why do we applaud people saying they're happy?
But you frown before the applause. You were saying, happy.
I frown when I talk. I'm a thoughtful person. I have a...
No, but you don't frown all the time. You frown more when you... more tonight when you said that you're happy and content. That looks
because it's not a natural.
A
happy person's natural state is not talking about how happy they are, or why they're happy. That's not a natural state. So it takes me out of the happy moment to count the reasons why I'm happy. That's something that dishonest people do. Oh, I love Todd so much. He did the most sweet thing the other day. He and I, we went rock climbing because that's how we met, and he pulled out a tiny rock, the same shape as. And just blah 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 blah. Press release about how complete you are as a couple. Fuck off. I'm so amazed. I went to Griffith Park today, and I went jogging. I just fucking blew out my quads and my delts, and I feel fucking good. I feel so good. I'm really at a complete place in my life. I don't believe you. I'm frowning when I talk about whether I'm happy or not because who the fuck talks about that?
Well, that sounds like you don't like. Yeah, you're right about that, but I feel like it's a part of you is that you don't feel like you're allowed to be happy, like you're getting away with something that you're.
I don't think I'm allowed to say it. I think that frowning and scowling and.
But if somebody asks you, "Are you happy?" you're allowed to say yes.
Secretly, privately, a little more privately than. I don't think it makes for a good speech. Like Hitler didn't say, "I'm happy."
He wasn't happy.
But he got so much done.
Oh, boy.
We may actually have to edit that out. That just came together wrong. I'm so used to using Hitler as a way to make a point. I accidentally used him to make a point about happiness. Because I don't normally talk about how to be happy. Usually grabbing the Hitler tool out of the toolbox works, but I was feeding a baby. I grabbed that Hitler. Oh no, I'm feeding a baby with a Hitler.
But now you're smiling more talking about Hitler than you did about your own happiness. Look at the smile on your face. This guy loves Hitler. You hate yourself.
I'm smiling because it's fun to make mistakes. Their reaction is fun. We're laughing together. And then the odd thing is, there's just so many things that we've talked about on this stage where everybody's been smiling and happy and feeling free and like nothing's wrong. And then there's the context issue. So then like here's a recording, here's a transcript of Dan Harmon talking about his feelings about work, and it's like it's all fun. Otherwise I wouldn't say it up here. I'm trying to make people laugh. I'm trying to make people think. I'm trying to make people happy that they spent $10 on something. I'm not gonna, and then it's like, and I tend to go to the places where these people are like happy and everyone's smiling and interested or whatever. But then there's a global context now, and it's also fucked up and stupid.
But fuck that shit. You're allowed to shoot from the hip still. You're never going to stop doing that.
I'm always going to do that, but I don't want to talk about that anymore, and I also don't want to talk about whether or not I'm happy, like it's some kind of press release.
I understand, but that's a silly thing. Like Katharine Hepburn was in some interview. I want to say it was Dick Cavett. Maybe it was. Maybe it wasn't. And there was a leading question, kind of like, "Do you like Hollywood? Do you like Hollywood people?" And she said, like, the best people I've ever known lived in Hollywood. Like, I love being an actress. I love I know you want me to say that I like fuck Hollywood and they're phonies. It's like the greatest people in the world live in this town. Like, I'm surrounded by creative people. And she can say that, but she knows when she says that you sound like it's a very it's an unidentifiable thing to say out loud as he just scatters the stage with ice. You're allowed to be happy. You're allowed to brag about it, but you're never going to boast about your happiness. But you're allowed to kind of smile and chuckle at your own well-being right now.
Well, I think that when I don't know about you. Well, I do know about you. You're weird. But I know that Dino and I, because I've talked to him about this, when we're really happy, we get in our car and we play like really fucked up melancholy music. Like if I find out that I've been nominated for an Emmy, and I have. No, not recently. Sorry, that wasn't an announcement. I was just. I'm saying I know. I'm saying like these experiences where it's like in a biopic, you're supposed to simply just go like, huh, like it's more when it happens in real life when you go like I just won this thing, or I just achieved this thing, or that thing I was working on really hard, it's getting picked up and it's gonna go, and it's you got. I tend to just like I seek isolation in those moments and melancholy.
Well, so do I.
It has something to do with like the same fact that the way we appreciate food is we destroy it, we shit it out. Like our saliva has enzymes in it that break a thing down so that we can use it in a real way. And I love nothing more if I'm having a really good professional time. Like I love to celebrate it quietly but with a drink, staring out a window at a Michael Mann Los Angeles skyline, and play something really synthy and sad and heroin sounding, and kind of like, and definitely not smile. Like if the camera panned around me, the director might go, "Come on, give me a little. You just got nominated for an Emmy." And no, this is what it looks like. It looks like fucking like, yeah. Whoever would have thought? You know, you just sort of like slump into it. I'm happy so much that I'm always just doing that.
That's good to hear.
Because if I was waiting tables, if I was lifting crates and stuff, and I've had those jobs, not crates, but like, yeah, you come home and then you go right for the you grab a beer and you chug it down and you call a friend and you're like, let's have some fun. Woo-hoo! That might be age too. Like I haven't done that stuff since that age, but I have a feeling that like working a 12-hour shift at an emergency room makes you want to go out and smile a lot. Excuse me. But like, if you get paid to be in your pajamas for 4 months of the year, and then drink Starbucks and talk about how to make people laugh for the other part of the year, like, and then if also people tell you that you're doing it well, I don't know how often you'd smile, because what's the point?
Yeah, I think of the times when I felt like when I was really at my lowest, and like when I was really broke and being evicted, and like things started finally happening for me, like with work. Like you don't run out and smile and like call your friends and celebrate. You sit in the corner in the dark and cry. Like that some of the happiest moments I've ever had was being completely alone and just like crumpled into a heap.
But you just said back in those days when both you and I were broke, you were being evicted and all that stuff. To correct you on that or clarify, when we would go out, we were laughing all the time.
Yeah, I'm saying that the first moment the first moment of safety when the phone call came in that a job came in, when you were going to be on a show, or like work came in, you don't go like woo woo like it's in the way that you use it. My knees gave out a couple of times, and you just lay on the floor and
you're talking about those moments.
And you put on sad music. Then later on, when you recover, I called up you, and you and I would go out there, and then we would sit there and giggle at our fortune because you and I were paying each other's bills for a couple of years. Like we were surviving off of each other's alternate good fortune. There were times when you and I've never seen you or I laugh as much, but I agree with you in those moments when you're really like happy alone. You're not Gene Kelly, dancing down the street. You're in the corner, or in your car, like being wistful and melancholy.
Yeah, yeah. And who's crankier than, I don't know, rich people getting what they want? Like they're not really experiencing like genuine reasons to be happy.
Like I
getting a candy bar when you're starving, that's like a big deal. Getting a really good Kobe steak when you can have anything you want to eat. Like people tend to go like, oh, it was a little undercooked. Like you still you enjoy the steak, but the way you express it is with a foodie blog where you complain. You nitpick. Whereas the person who is starving and you hand them a fucking Snickers bar, they would like kiss it and like break into tongues. So fucking hungry. I've been lost in the snow. Wolves are eating me, and I found toothpaste. I'm gonna eat it. Happiness is like, it's not always an expression of like satisfaction. It's an expression of like going from one extreme to the other. It's like that portamento. Is that what they call it? Slide whistle. You know, sliding from one thing to the other while your fingers are on the frets. All right, that's our music segment.